Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TCR Trinity Competitive Racing Season 10. We're here with the Silver Class, round number 15 out of 16, here in our second stage of our American stint, North American stint. It is a little wet, but myself, 007 Professional, and our co-commentator tonight, Chatty Duck, we are nice and dry. Chatty, welcome back. It's been a few races, but really happy to have you in the comments box with me, with our raincoats and a roof over our heads.
Yeah, cheers, 007. It's good to be back with you again. And yeah, this session started dry, and most of the drivers were able to get a run in when the conditions were dry. But now we're in the crossover period with the rain and the track getting more and more greasy. And I think DRS was disabled about a minute or so ago, which means that the track's definitely not optimum anymore. And these positions and timings that we can see on the screen at the moment probably going to be the positions for the start of the race, as we've only got 5 minutes to go, and it doesn't look like this rain is going to clear in time.
Yeah, absolutely not. Even if it stops, I don't think. I mean, there's no way, unless we get a bunch of leaf blowers out there and try to dry the track. But I think the optimum time is already gone, as you said, and whatever times the drivers had set on the dry tires, the softs, is pretty much the starting position. So speaking about that, the positions, Shokadia right now P1 with 30.1, although he was one of the first ones out on track, the first ones to set a flying lap. The track limits were a little bit of an issue through Sector 1 for him. We are running normal corner cutting, but with the drivers have to keep one tire, one wheel on the white line or on the track through Sector 1, and so Shokadia might be taking a trip to the stewards after the race because of that. And then we are also regulating the second to last corner, turn 15 or 16 or something, the exit of that second to last corner. We don't want drivers taking the IndyCar line. We want drivers to stay within the on the red and white curbs. As Robin Hood Lawyer right now is going out on the intermediate tires, maybe to just get a feel for the track. Who knows what it's going to be for the race.
Yeah, I think Robin Hood Lawyer is... Well, he's done a 1:34, so it's possible that he thought that maybe he could set a time quicker than that on the intermediates, although it's getting increasingly wet, as we've already said, and you can already see the spray coming off the tyres from his AlphaTauri, so I can't imagine that he's going to be able to set a time quicker than a 1:34.0, and he had a bit of a slide out of the current corner as well, so it wouldn't surprise me if Robin Hood Lloyd does decide to come back into the pits at the end of this lap. And we're also seeing now a few drivers retiring from the session, which means that they know full well that there's no way they're getting back out to set another time. Robin Hood is going to set a lap time, however, on the intermediates now.
Yeah, it just looks treacherous out there. I mean, it's about 10 minutes ago, 12 minutes ago, it was just perfectly dry with, just spitting rain, and now it just looks completely drenched. It even looks a little bit like wet weather conditions. I mean, it is wet weather, but not the intermediate, but the actual full wet tire conditions. So, see how I'm on board with Robin Hood, actually, just going through Sector 1, and it's just like sliding like crazy. It's very wild. So if we do get rain for the race, I think we're in for a treat. But it is the second to last round. We do have a championship battle on our hands, but it's Pazosaurus Rex who has a very comfortable lead. And Bamboo is in second place, about 35, 36 points behind. And so he has nothing to lose. He'll be going flat out in the race. I think it's all in Paz to kind of keep a calm and collected mindset for the race to hopefully even seal the championship today at Circuit of the Americas.
Yeah, and if he can stay more than 26 points clear of Bamboo by the end of this race, then he'll have the championships sewn up. Obviously, 26 points because you can get 25 for a victory and 1 point also for a fastest lap. Although actually it would depend as well on how many victories they both have. If they did finish on the same number of points, whoever had the most victories would actually win the championship in that scenario. So that's another factor that we would need to consider, but I'm sure that in Paz's mind he'll just want to get the job done today and secure the championship, and considering that we think qualifying, well, it's definitely going to be this grid order now, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's
And
not going to change. It is what it is.
no. And Paz is in second place with Bamboo down in fifth, so it's definitely advantage for Paz at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Just looking at the results, since we're kind of in a lull right now. But the championship standings, Paz is sitting right at 200 points, Bamboo at 166. Dorian Alpha's Renault teammate down at 148. So Dorian does have a slight chance to actually jump his teammate in the standings, but I highly doubt it. But Dorian has been very consistent the past 5 or 6 races. He's picked up quite a few podiums and a win as well. 3 wins to be exact this season. Nip Steven in 4th place with 129. Shokadia 114. Lazo 117. Shokadia 114. And then TCR F1 Racer, Blend Machine, Motor City, and Gatini Weeb bit ways behind. Constructors Championship is not quite so close. Renault with Dorian Alpha and Bamboo, 314 points. 101 points behind is the Haas team of Pazosaurus Rex and Juan, and then behind them is the Alfa Romeo team with 189, and then we got Red Bull and McLaren rounding at the top 5 in constructors. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that as the time in quali has come to a close, and now we wait.
Not sure what we're waiting for. That's the only thing at the moment, because the time has expired. Nicholas Latifi has joined us apparently for this race, which is nice. Nice to have a real F1 driver in here with us.
Yeah, maybe he needs more practice, before the next race. Who knows?
Yeah, although he's kind of wasting his time because the last race is in Abu Dhabi rather than the US.
Yeah, that is true.
But anyway.
I think that'll go away though. I think that's just a quali glitch. It happens sometimes.
Yeah, it will go away because I remember in the Platinum race last week, Sequit, I think he disconnected and then rejoined, but in the stream it was showing up as Valtteri Bottas rather than Sequit. So yeah, he won't. That car won't be there for the race, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So this track is quite unique. It's got some fast sections, got that Sector 3 stadium-like section. It's got like the reverse Turkey turn 8 kind of thing with the triple right-hander instead of a triple left-hander. So in your opinion, like what direction of the setup do you want to go with? Do you want to go with kind of a slim car, low downforce, or do you want to kind of stack on the wings and see if you can make up that time in the S section and the stadium section?
I think overall it's fairly balanced around here actually, because you do have, there are a couple of reasonably long straights here to negotiate with DRS zones. So you don't want to be, a snail on the straight because then you'll just lose positions easily. But at the same time, you do want to have a good setup for that S section, which is absolutely crucial for the lap time around here. So overall, I think it is more of a balanced setup that you're after, possibly slightly favouring downforce over straight line speed, but it is overall it's a marginal sort of advantage for downforce, I'd say, around here.
So I'm kind of sneaking and peeking into what you're going to do for Thursday, right?
Yeah, if you come up behind me, you'll be able to just sail past with the lower downforce setup.
Lower downforce, yeah.
It's basically what I've just revealed on the stream, so that probably wasn't a good idea.
There you go. If anybody's watching racing on Thursday, there you go. Yeah, exactly. I'm just trying to get ahead of you in the race. But here's our top 10. Shokadia on pole, but that is to be looked at after the race. Some drivers not quite happy with that, since I think they did see as well him abusing the track limits in Sector 1. So already some drama before we even start lap 1. But is it going to be dry? Is it going to be wet? Oh, it's dry, yes. Oh, lovely. Absolutely lovely.
Oh, beautiful day.
Yeah, no kidding. Texas is weird. Texas weather, it can be dry 1 minute, it can completely chuck it down 5 minutes later, and then it can go back to dry again, and then the humidity and the temperatures are just wacky. I mean, right now, because I live south of Austin, south of the circuit, about 45 minutes, and it's literally 30 to 40 degrees in the mornings and 70 degrees in the afternoons. So it's like, what do you wear to work? That's Texas.
Well, I'm in Vancouver in Canada, and I tell you what, you wear to work. You wear a raincoat, especially in the winter, because it does rain here a heck of a lot.
Oh, you're in Vancouver.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Did not know that.
and yeah, it does rain here quite a lot up in there because we're quite near the mountains and stuff. So, and it
Well,
used to be a rainforest way back. So I don't know why I'm talking about this, but it's a bit of a
whoa.
geography lesson here with 007 and Chatty Duck,
Yeah, we're
which
finding out all
is
about you. We're finding out your setup for Thursday and finding out where you live and you got your credit card
yeah,
numbers handy or
yeah. Just stop talking, shouldn't I?
yeah. So the drivers are loading their setups now, and I wonder what's going through Paz's head right now because I don't. I think he's starting. What's he starting? Third,
Second, I believe.
second, and where's Bamboo starting?
P5.
P5. So I wonder what's going through Paz's head because he has to keep. I mean, he wants to obviously win the race, but how much risk does he want to take? Bamboo does not have anything to lose, so he'll be going flat out. And turn one is a very awkwardly angled corner. I really like turn one. It's a huge uphill section. Like I was at the race 2 years ago, and after the race, I went to the start finish line, just kind of sat down on the track and looked up to turn one, and the elevation change is absolutely stunning. I mean, you would not believe how high the drivers have to climb into turn one. It's really really cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, whenever you see these like elevation changes on TV, they never quite look as dramatic as they are actually in real life. So yeah, and on the game, you come up to that corner and you start braking and you don't even know where the apex is. Like you kind of you're just guessing a bit for a while. So yeah, it's a great challenge, and also the traction coming out of that corner as well, because suddenly the track uh, drops away from you quite quickly too, and it's possible if you put down too much power, you can lose the back end coming out of that corner too. So there are some good challenges for the drivers at this circuit, and we've seen that in real F1 and in F1 games over the years as well. That there is a good amount of challenge for the drivers at this racetrack, and at the same time, there's good opportunities to overtake as well with the DRS straights. So it has produced some good racing, and hopefully, with a championship on the line, we'll be able to say the same thing at the end of this race.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely a challenging track. But turn one, are we going to see four wide, five wide? Hopefully, we'll keep it all together. Hopefully, not too many broken wings, but it's going to be a little interesting. People are out of position because of that wet quali or the dry quali that turned into wet. It seems like we're having some issues with people readying up. People have readied up, but we're not going. There should be a timer, like a 30-second timer, but it's obviously been. Oh, there it is. As soon as I say that, the timer session starts in 25 seconds, so that's good.
Right on cue.
Yeah.
I did just wonder if people were trying to decide on their strategy, and there was quite a difficult decision, perhaps, but I don't know, maybe it is a glitch.
Yeah. I wonder what tires everybody is going to start on. Do you want to go conservative at the beginning, or are you going to put on those soft tires and uh, just try to do maybe an aggressive two-stop strategy or maybe a soft to hard, you know? Let's see what people
Well,
got.
yeah, and the AWS recommended strategy is a two-stop, which I'm a little bit surprised by, to be honest, because I thought that America was a one-stop track, but maybe I'm wrong. But it looks like everyone's on the softs.
Yeah, everyone. Not one person has chosen to go on the medium tires or the hard tires. So, and usually you would see, one person wanting to be different, but in this case, everybody seemed to be on the same wavelength. Uh, Juan has made contact with somebody or himself and has put himself back on the start finish line. So, yeah,
I am
soft,
fairly sure
soft,
that this is
medium,
a
soft, soft, hard. So, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, I was just going to say that I'm fairly sure that you can make this a one-stop race, because I did race here on Sunday, and people were taking the mediums for 25, 26 laps
What?
without having punctures. So you can, this track isn't the worst for tyre wear, I think, and I'm pretty sure that a one-stop is possible. But we'll just have to wait and see what the guys do. And obviously, things like safety cars can come into play and totally change the strategy for the race. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Absolutely. And also, if you get wing damage, that could also mess with your strategy as well.
Yeah. We obviously hope that doesn't happen, but it might spice things up at the same time, so... I just hope it doesn't affect our... I just hope it doesn't affect the championship contenders, if there are any problems like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm hoping that, the race is, good enough to where the championship battle is not skewed or changed in any way. But we do have quite some spicy drivers up front. Nip Stevens starting P4. We know he's very, very aggressive on the starts. He made up like 3 positions last week in Canada on the start, also in intermediate conditions. Shoka Diaz known to be a little conservative, so we'll see what he does. Paz P2, Dorian known to be a bit aggressive under braking. He's starting P3, and then Bamboo, the runner-up in the championship right now, P2, starting in 5th place. So let's trying to find a good view here. Of course, it's all from the back.
Yeah, I'm just on board with kinda... 4. We're just waiting for Robin Hood Lloyd to take his grid position.
Here we go, though. So here for round 15 of Circuit of the Americas, lights are readying up, and as the lights go out, and away we go. Shoka gets a really, really good start. Paz defending from Dorian. Dorian already going down the inside, as well the other Renault. Bamboo is looking very aggressive, already passed Nip Steven into turn 1. Oh, and the Williams goes, they're 3 wide out of turn 1. Dorian trying to squeeze his way through, gives himself room, and so far so good, clean. What do you see in the mid to back?
Yeah, everyone's gone through quite cleanly. Ferrari's just taken a crazy corner cut, but I don't know if that was just to avoid people.
They're going side by side now, Turkey and Kruner.
Yep, and I was on board with the
Kruner spins around, I think, and just taps the back end of Turkey there. That was Ferrari's not going to be happy with that. Mattia Binotto probably shaking his head in his hands right now, thinking, "What have you done?"
Yeah, more lap 1 headaches after what happened in Bahrain as well with Charles Leclerc for Ferrari. But yeah, bad start for Kruner. Bad start for F1 Racer. I didn't see what happened to him, but he's down in 18th place. I'm not sure where he started this race, but he's lost 10 positions off the start. So
yeah, I was going to say.
I'm not sure what happened to the racing point of F1 Racer there.
Fire flows in really heated battle right now with Flavia and Blin Machine. They're going like 2 wide through the stadium section. Now about to finish lap 1, and Motor City's up 5 positions. I mean, Motor City is incredible starting. I mean, it always makes up the most positions on the start. So good for him. And Renault's already in the pits. That's Bamboo. Bamboo, what happened to him? He got wing damage, I think.
I think he was overtaken by... He was one of the people Motor City overtook, and... I wonder if there was some contact there, and exactly what we did not want to see, a problem for one of the championship contenders, but it's happened, and this is working out perfectly for Paz at the moment. He's taken the lead from Chokadir as well off the start, so it's all just falling into place at the moment for Paz.
Yeah, Paz is going to want to build up that gap from Shoko, and then just kind of keep the tires alive and just kind of drive his own race. But right now, like you said, I mean, everything falling into his lap right now for the championship. So, but you never know. Things could change quite abruptly.
Quite an interesting battle.
Terrible exit out of the hairpin.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of looking at as well. Courtney Weeb just getting ahead of Motor City at the end of the DRS straight, although DRS is not active as of yet.
Ooh, Motors! Oh, that's close. He's going to try the undercut thing. Yeah, there he goes. Oh, it's beautiful racing by the Mercedes in the Alfa Romeo. That's wonderful. But Motor just loses out on the race. Oh, wait, look at that. Just goes around down the inside. That was very smart. Very crafty. Wow.
Beautiful move.
Absolutely. So Motor keeps that position, but is still under massive pressure. This Motor train behind him. Mercedes, Blend Machine made up 2 positions. Flavio unfortunately lost 2. Oh,
Turkey
Blend!
Whacker's in the pits.
Blend dives on the inside of Gagne Weave, but wasn't able to make it stick.
Turkey Whacker's having a wing change, so more problems for Ferrari within the wars here in the early laps.
Gosh. That's not what we want to see if you're a Ferrari fan, if you're a Tifosi fan, or one of the Tifosi. So they're already compromised.
Just on board with F1 Racer, who's fairly close to the back of Kruna, who's right up behind Tafour as well, and having a look around the outside of Tafour, he's completely off track, the Ferrari here. You wouldn't get away with that on strict corner cutting, that's for sure, and he's gone off track again on the exit, although I think he did keep a tyre on the curb, so that's okay. He's got DRS, and just watching on board from F1 Racer's perspective as Tafour and Kruna go side by side down the DRS straight, and Tafour taking a very shallow line into that corner, and Tafour, Kruna rather, has gone ahead into 15th position, and now the 2 racing points are racing each other in this battle. Oh my goodness me, F1 Racer
have they
really
made contact?
Not quite, but F1 Racer there was looking down the inside, and that was never going to work out, but luckily they managed to avoid contact with each other.
Oh man, that's reminds me of Perez and Ocon from 2017 and 2018, actually, the way you were commentating on that. But I'm currently involved in this huge train from Motor City all the way down to Lazo. They're very, very close, and Flavio and Fire Up Flow, or yeah, I think that was them, had a really good battle in the stadium section as well. So a lot of close battles currently, which is kind of keeping us occupied. And right now, both of us, myself, 00, and the Red Bull gets quite close to Blend Machine. But myself, 007 Professional, I'm streaming on my channel, as well as Chatty Duck streaming on his channel. So we have 2 perspectives going on at the same time, which is great. Actually, I think it's different than what we're used to. So we'll post the link in the description below. Actually, I'll add it to the comments, so you can go check out Chatty's stream if you're currently on mine. And yeah,
That's a good idea. I'll do the same for mine so that people can watch yours.
Well, people can have both of them up at the same time. Kinda
Yeah,
cool.
if they want to.
I did that
D-Swish,
actually for the real race. Sorry, go ahead.
So yeah, so D-Swish just overtook Juan down in 12th and 13th places, down at the end of the DRS straight. The long DRS straight, that is. So D-Swish up to 12th.
D-Swish, though, did lose the position, and I felt like he just didn't have that great of a start. Same TJ, though, who is reserving tonight. Used to be a Ferrari driver for his silver class this
Safety
season.
car.
Oh, wow. What happened?
No idea.
That's a Renault. Who's the Renault in the... Oh, that's the safety car. Never mind. I'm blind as a bat. Why is there a safety car?
Got a racing point in the pits. That's F1 Racer.
Both of them in the pits.
Bamboo's pitting again.
I bet
So
put on the hard tires or something.
Yeah, that must be a strategy decision.
Let's see what he does.
Both racing points are pitting, so they're double stacked. Although F1 Racer's well out ahead of Tafour, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Medium tires for F1
Tafour's
Racer.
missing a front wing, so maybe that's why we have a safety car.
Yeah, but wouldn't that just be a VSC, though? I mean, seems kind of odd for a full course safety car. Or full course yellow.
True.
Weird.
You
Probably
know.
Cody's things.
Yeah, exactly. Who can understand the logic?
Yeah, right. Well, look at that. Bamboo putting on the hard tires, so he is good to the end of the race. He might have played this really, really well. But again, he's going to have to fight through all the traffic on the hardest, the slowest tire. So that gap between himself and Paz at the restart, I mean, there's, what, 16 cars between them? So that gap will just, I mean, multiply every single corner. So Bamboo seems like the good strategy right now, but I'm not sure how that's going to play out for him towards the end of the
Well,
race.
Yeah, Paz is pitting now as well, so
Ooh, okay.
depending on how far behind Bamboo is, this is probably smart from Paz just to cover off what Bamboo is doing.
Absolutely. It looks like everybody's pitting. Holy moly.
Yeah, so the delta is probably helping these guys out as well because the guys behind probably having to stick to a time delta rather than just catching up the back of the safety car queue. So
And
that's
it's interesting, sorry to cut you off there, but Paz put on the hard tires, same as Bamboo. So those are the only two drivers on the hardest tires. I wonder if Paz actually pressed the start menu and looked at what tires he was on to just match him, just to play it safe. Do exactly what his rival is doing.
yeah, that's definitely a possibility. And yeah, because they are the only two that have done it. Everyone else has pretty much opted for the mediums. There's a few guys on the softs, which is quite strange in my opinion, because they'll be fast for a few laps, but you are going to have to make another pit stop with that strategy, which will ultimately lose you time. And Bamboo hasn't really benefited at all from getting into the pits before everyone else. He's still he's going to catch up obviously, but he's still a long way behind in 17th place.
Yeah, sorry, 1 second here. I realized I made a mistake. I was gonna post your stream, your perspective, and on my chat, and I actually posted my own link on my chat, so that didn't work out. Yeah.
Trying to rack up the views with two perspectives.
Yeah,
of
you
your
try
own
to
channel.
exactly. Oh man. Just to say, I'm a little tired from work.
I think I just got yours right in mine, so
Yeah, see, I'm just trying to take advantage of you. I'm trying to use your setup and try to
yep.
get more views and, and all that. So I think one more lap behind the safety car, then we'll be going green. Not all is lost for Ferrari. They had a terrible start with both cars having an incident, both cars having to pit, losing lots of positions, but now they're right back with it at the back of the field. So they'll be trying to get back towards the front. Fire Upflow leading, did not pit actually. He's on 6-lap-old soft tires, so I'm not really sure what he's going to do strategy-wise. I don't think this is going to play into his hands. Soft tires don't last very long. I think they last maybe maximum of 10 to 12 laps.
Yeah, there's no way that he can, he should have pitted really. And Robin Hood Lawyer, I'm pretty sure is on AI because he's had a red cross by his name for pretty much the entire race. So this is the great workings of Codemasters AI have told Robin Hood Lawyer to stay out on an old set of soft tires. So
yeah, it seems like they're the only two drivers on used tires too. Did not pit.
Yeah, just those two guys. Everyone else is should be all set to go to the end of the race here. I'm certain that you can get the mediums to 21 or 22 laps, and obviously the hards will manage it as well in that case. So it'll just be interesting to see how the likes of Chokadia, Dorian, and Nip Stephen can challenge Paz on a faster compound in the early laps when the safety car does come in.
Yeah, and also the tires are a little cold. They're not going to be up to temperature. The brake temperature is going to be a bit down. So I think we're going to see really, really good battling. It's going to definitely be action-packed here for the next few laps. So if you're watching, don't get up. If your popcorn's still in the microwave, well, too bad you're going to have to wait a little bit longer to get that. But this is going to be some hair-raising stuff here at Circuit of the Americas. Sunny conditions. It was wet in qualifying. This is round 15 out of 16, so we have one more race to go, which is next week in Mexico for the TCR finale, which has been the last race of all TCR seasons for as long as I can remember. Kind of a TCR tradition. Safety car should be in this lap, or no? No. Is it because that racing point of T4 is not caught up yet?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's right. So I think normally, if everyone had caught up, the safety car would be out for 3 laps, and then would come in. but obviously, given that Tafour was he still hadn't caught up to the back of the pack, and the safety car was coming around the third sector, it stayed out another lap, which is, that's what we want. We want everyone to be able to catch up and be in the race. So, I don't mind that. I don't mind the safety car staying out for another lap to get everyone bunched up.
Yeah. Well, this might be your lucky chance, guys. So go get your popcorn from the microwave and grab yourself a soda and kick back and relax, because I don't think you're going to want to leave this. All these drivers are going to be very antsy. Sitting behind the safety car for a number of laps just kind of builds up the nerves, At least it does for me.
Yeah, for sure. And I wonder if for Paz, because he does have a lot to lose here, and so far everything's worked out really well for him. As we see a couple of 5-second penalties for severe collisions at the back.
Seems like a Constantina effect.
Yeah. But yeah, for Paz, and I wonder how hard the other guys are going to race him as well. Are they, because they don't have a stake in the championship. They just want to race and get the best results for themselves. So there will be full guns blazing, I expect. Whereas Paz may be a little bit more cautious.
Yeah, and also on the harder compound of tire as well, a safety car in this lap. But you can assure Nip Steven, Dorian, Shokadia, they want another win before the season's over. They want to add a win to their tally of wins already. I think each of them has won a race this season, so a lot of experienced winners so far. But we'll see how defensive Paz really wants to get. Is he going to just kind of play it easy, let him go, settle in, or is he going to really defend for his life? We'll have to find out.
Well, the win is up for grabs him here as well, let's not forget, because Fire Up Flow may be leading, but he is going to have to pit, so he's not really at an advantage. So Paz basically is leading this race at the moment.
Wow, look how close they are, the top three. It still says safety car, but okay, we're good.
Yeah, we're green. I'm keeping an eye on Bamboo at the back.
Paz got a wonderful start. Wasn't Shokadia and... No, he wasn't second. I don't know.
Fire Up Flow's dropped back to third.
That's right. What happened there?
Bamboo's driving quite cautiously at the moment. He's not really on the back of F1 Racer, so he hasn't made up any positions. Still down in 17th place.
Yeah, again, Paz this has just fallen into his lap. Started second or third on the restart, now already P1, so both times at the start and the safety car restart he's really taking advantage. Motor dives down the inside of Robin Hood Lawyer, makes the overtake. A little adventurous line, but it's alright.
Yeah, I think Robin Hood Lawyer is on AI, so he'll be a lot slower than the guys around him.
Oh.
Lazo and Flavio are going side by side at the end of the back straight, and they're still side by side through the corner, but Lazo does have the inside line. Flavio's not giving up though. Good clean racing from these two, but Lazo has now run wide and lost a position to Saint TJ and possibly to D-Swish as well.
Yeah. I say that was not a good line. Oh, and the McLaren of D-Swish then goes wide and loses, well, actually doesn't lose anything at all.
Yeah, it's a bit of a dirty line on the outside of that long right-hander, which is meant to simulate the turn 8 at Turkey, I believe.
Oh, got any weave looking down the inside of... Who's that? Robin Hood Lawyer? Robin Hood Lawyer is... yeah, those 9-lap-old soft tires are just giving up right now. There's a huge train behind the Mercedes, now the AlphaTauri. As you can see, and the Haas is around, that's one. It looks like he's out versus safety car. Oh, just as we started to race again, we have another break. The drivers just want to go. You can see that.
Who's off back? Oh, that's Juan in the
yeah.
The Haas. Yeah. See what happened there, but
I think maybe just lost traction or something.
Yeah. So this huge train that we're seeing is all being caused by the fact that Robin Hood Lawyer is still on a red cross, so he's just on AI, but his car isn't ghosting, so.
He's on AI?
Well, he's got a red cross, so he's not in the race. I assume that means he's on AI. As we go back to green flag racing, and Blin is going to try and get ahead of Robin Hood Lawyer. Oh, there's been a big crash there.
Oh no! Oh wow!
Blin's front
Just
wing is gone.
Absolute, yeah, carnage. Just wings flying, carbon fiber everywhere. I barely missed that, but you got it on stream, so that's good. At least we have one perspective.
Yeah, it looked like Robin Hood broke quite early there. Although Blin hasn't actually lost, as I thought his front wing just came off completely. He's lost both of his end plates. He's definitely going to have to pit.
Yeah, he needs to. That was crazy. It's at the front though. Look at Shogadia is about to make an overtake on Paz down the inside. And Paz just gives it up on the hard tires. He just does not have the grip that the Williams has, especially on the acceleration zones.
Bamboo's going down the inside of Turkey Wacker into turn 1. There was contact, but he's gone through.
Bamboo on a mission, going down the inside of the AlphaTauri now of Robin Hood. Robin Hood just does nothing. I mean, and then the Ferrari of Turkey just slams the back of the AlphaTauri. Did not know that he was so slow because of the wing damage, and so now Turkey has wing damage as well.
Robin Hood Lawyer was on the brakes, like heavily on the brakes there at a very strange place, and I think that completely caught Turkey Wacker out, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
So not really Turkey Wacker's fault, that one.
Yeah, he'll be steaming though on that one. He did not expect that. Nip Steven and Dorian Alpha, these two have a history of contact. Especially at Vietnam, where both drivers thought they were in the right, actually, when they collided in the beginning of that little really tight S section in Vietnam. But Dorian makes it through, or holds position, I think. Nip Steven now under attack from Motor City. Oh.
We've got a three-way battle. The 10th. Gee, is that... Well, Lazo's a little bit clear of Same TJ, but Same TJ, D-Swish and Crooner are relatively close to each other in the battle for 10th place. And interestingly, Same TJ and Crooner both on the softs, with D-Swish sandwiched in the middle. He's on the medium tyres, so he should be able to go to the end of the race, while those guys around him will probably have to make another pit stop. And yeah, Lazo is also in this battle actually in P9, because he's got Same TJ right on the back of him.
Yeah, Same TJ is making a return, and today as a reserve driver, but still doing quite well on those soft tires, running in P10 at the moment. We've had some drivers in the pits to 4, Robin Hood, Blin because of wing damage, and Turkey also because of wing damage as well. So, and it looks like Turkey is, I'm not sure if he's called it, but he's still sitting in the pits. Oh, Paz is looking to overtake. Oh, and then just the traction of those medium tires.
City as well. Got any weave going around the outside of Motor
City. Oh, and there's
a
contact between D-Swish and Lazo. D-Swish taps the back of him. Some really, really close racing here, and at the front is even closer. But right now we're going too wide between McLaren of D-Swish and Crooner. Crooner on the soft tires, but gets pushed out wide by the McLaren. So McLaren of D-Swish getting his elbows out, does not want to let the soft tire runner Crooner get by. Wants to keep that place because he smells points, D-Swish does.
Yeah, and while that was going on, Bamboo made a move on F1 Racer as well. So Bamboo slowly but surely making his way up through the pack. He's still out of the points though in P13. But there's at least 3 drivers ahead of him who will have to make another pit stop. So if Bamboo has, you know, any kind of hope or chance of still being in this championship fight, then that's maybe a grain of comfort that he could cling to for the time being.
Absolutely. Just I'm on board Steven right now, and riding on board Dorian Alpha in the Renault has had a wreck. Oh, and Dorian dabs down the inside and does not make contact with fire, but that was quite a bold move. But Dorian had interesting lines through the last 2 corners of the S section, and driver Steven might be reporting that because he did get an advantage, I think. Again, we are running normal corner cutting tonight, regular rules, but with strict limits through the S section that are being monitored by the stewards, other drivers as well, and of course us on stream.
Yeah, and this battle from 9th down to 12th, it's actually proving quite difficult for the guys to overtake each other, even with the DRS, because once you get into this kind of DRS terrain situation, it's very difficult to make any headway, because everyone's pretty much got DRS except for the guy at the front of the train, and as long as he can hold on, then everyone else kind of has to hold station behind him, which is we're seeing at the moment, even though the gaps are so close, less than half a second between same TJ and Lazo, and then the same between Lazo and D-Swish. So it's a close battle, and all of these drivers pushing hard, but not finding it easy to make overtakes at the moment.
Yeah, I feel like the difference in setups as well. I mean, we talked about it earlier in, I think, qualifying. You know, we don't know who's running a high downforce setup, a medium downforce, or a low down. Oh, and Nip Steven, that was amazing. I just saw fire flow getting a little loose on the hairpin. I just see a Red Bull diving it down the inside. But let's see about the top end speed. It seems like Steven's running high downforce, although his top speed is quite good. But he's on a charge. He wants to win this race. I mean,
yeah, it's still pretty close up front, isn't it? I'm just looking on the timings on the leaderboard, and everyone in that top 6 is within a second pretty much of the guy ahead of them, except for the gap between Dorian and Nip Steven is just over a second at the moment. But yeah, good battles going on throughout the points so far in the US Grand Prix in Silver Class.
yeah, this is probably some of the best racing, the closest battles we've had all season. And what a place to do it, you know? Home track for the majority of our drivers. We do have 4 or 5 French nationalities, I believe, here, so it's always good to see a diverse grid in terms of nationality. But yeah, the battles are really good, just close racing all the way through, and overall really good racing and clean. Dorian Alpha and Paz. Oh, Dorian is sideways, and he's barely avoided Nip Steven. Nip Steven almost took him out, and Dorian is he's not supposed to be doing donuts right now because he hasn't won the race yet, and he will not be at this point. But he doesn't want to sit there too long. He's going to get disqualified if he does that. Come on, bud.
Yeah, he's going to get going again.
Yeah. Holy moly. And he's round again. That's overheated tires.
Yeah, his tires will be cooked at this point. But that was possibly another way that you know, for Dorian to help out his teammate in the championship by getting ahead of Paz, but obviously that's not worked out.
Well, Steven just got ahead of Paz.
Lazo and Same TJ are going side by side, and I think that's Lazo overtaking the AlphaTauri. I believe he's now in 7th place.
I think so.
Same TJ's on 8-lap-old softs, so he's probably starting to feel some of the tire wear from those tires. Dorian's out.
Yeah, I think he crashed, or I don't know what he did, something. But he is not running anymore. I think he kind of just threw in the towel because he was running in such a good position. You know, the win looking possible even too. And then something happened. We just got the tail end of it, so we'll have to hear from him later.
Kruna pits in the Ferrari. He was on 9-lap-old softs, so that's now brought Bamboo back into the points. He's in 10th position, so yeah, I mean, as it stands, Paz is on for the title, and Bamboo's just going to have to find some way to get himself back into this.
Absolutely. I mean, anything is possible. I mean, we've seen it in real F1 too, with 2 or 3 races to go, and championship order can switch around because of luck and karma. D-Swish and Same TJ are having a really good battle though, and they've had this battle going for quite a few laps now, ever since the safety car came in.
Yeah, and Lazo as well. They've all been involved in this battle, and Same TJ, he is going to have to pit at some point from the soft tires. So D-Swish doesn't have to, you know, go absolutely gung-ho to try and get past, but the same time, he can see Lazo only maybe just over a second ahead, so he would probably like to get ahead and be challenging the Alfa Romeo for that 7th position.
Yeah, those soft tires really coming into play. Godney Weeb is in the pits. Seems about right, actually. 10-lap old soft tires. Probably put on in mediums. Yeah. Yeah,
surely. And same TJ carrying on for another lap, but I imagine he will probably come in on the next lap. Fire up Flo with the fastest lap of the race. He was in P12. He's now in P11, but that was a 134 from him on fresh medium tyres. So maybe he'll be able to pick up a few positions in the back end of this race.
Again, D-Swish and same TJ just continuing this battle. D-Swish gets really good traction. I mean, just driving really, really well, really smooth. Just been on board with them. Just trying to see how different drivers attack these corners. There are so many different lines you could take and a lot of different angles of corners too. Just gonna look down the outside, brakes way later, and it's gonna go for the little undercut. Doesn't make it work. The soft tire is giving TJ quite the traction. Gosh, the stadium section is so hard.
Yeah, it definitely is. And again, it's very difficult to pick a line through some of these corners and you know, try and figure out which is the fastest line that you can take. But Nip Steven he's definitely on the charge trying to win this race. He's 6 or 5 tenths of a second now behind Chokadia, leading the way in the Williams. So Nip Steven at the moment looking like the man who could well win this race.
I would love it if he could, but Chokadia is not going to give it up easily. How many laps are left? 10 laps left.
Same TJ finally pits from his soft tyres, so that's released D-Swish, and Bamboo now up into 8th position.
And Bamboo's good to go to the end, I think. I mean, all these drivers, I think, are good to go to the end. Unless something weird happens.
Yeah, everyone in the top 8 should be fine for tyre wear, as Nip Steven is having a look now on Chokadia. At the end of the straight.
Chokadia locks up a little bit. Still going side by side. Oh, a little bit of contact. Oh, just pushes him slightly. Still side by side. Good driving from the pair of them, and Chokadia keeps the place. I don't know how he did that with running wide on that exit of that corner, but wow, great driving from the pair.
Yeah, when you went wide, I thought for sure that was going to be the lead for Nip Steven. They're coming up to a lapped car. I think that's to 4.
Yeah.
Who gets out of the way safely, and Nip Steven's going to have another go.
Really defensive. Oh, they're going to go side by side through this next section. Oh, this is ballsy by both of them.
Oh, he's gone wide. Yep. Chokadia went a bit wide, and that has allowed Nip Steven to
and Nip Steven goes wide too, and Nip Steven cuts the track, and he had to give that up. So right as he got past, a huge mistake from Steven in the Red Bull, and back to status quo. That's absolutely amazing.
Yep, Chokadia is just defending for his life, it seems like, at the moment. Nip Steven will have DRS again, though, on the straight.
And Nip Steven, 24% ERS. Chokadia, 60-something% ERS.
And Chokadia getting very defensive with the lines now and trying to break the slipstream.
Careful how many moves you make, though.
Has Nip Steven got enough?
Not quite. This is absolutely fantastic.
You'd think with all this battling, well, Paz is starting to catch up again in P3. He's bringing himself back into the picture. And actually, on those hards, he may actually start to have the best pace as we get closer to the end of the race. So
exactly,
it's going to be interesting if these two continue battling like this. it brings Paz back into the picture for a race win.
Steven into the
Nip
pits?
Steven pits.
Why? That's...
We didn't... I mean, they had contact, but we didn't see any damage.
Motor into the pits. This has to be soft tires. Yeah, soft tires for Steven. Soft... medium tires for motor. D-swish. Let's see what he's going to put on. Probably soft tires as well. But why are they pitting?
Well, I guess this is the two-stop strategy, isn't it? You know, pit around this time for the softs at the end of the race. But
oh gosh, I guess so.
I mean, we'll have to see what as Nip Steven is side by side with Gottney Weeb coming out of the pits, and Gottney Weeb eventually backs out of it to allow Steven through.
I think I missed that.
But yeah, like Chocadia, Flavio, and Lazo, do they have to pit? And look at where Bamboo is all of a sudden.
TCR F1 racer, I just went on board with them, and he's lost his front wing. He was trying to make a pass in the S section on the second turn or something. That was never going to work. He was already behind and trying to stick his nose inside, like Leclerc did at Bahrain turn 4. It was never going to work. I don't know what F1 racer was thinking. But that has completely ruined his race, and he's wingless right now. Oh, and then there's a D-Swish and Crooner. D-Swish going on the gravel or something.
Bamboo is catching up to Lazo.
Yeah, Bamboo could get a podium out of this. He's only a few seconds off of Flavio. And on the better tire at this stage, I think.
And Lazo is pitting.
Lazo's pitting. What is happening? Is this, like, do they think that maybe they cannot make it on the medium tires? Like, they're going to be slower than maybe new softs? I mean, there's only 7 laps to go. Surely you can't make up that time with 7 laps to go.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. But they obviously think that that's the right decision to do, as Bamboo very nearly losing the back end out of turn 1. But we've still got Flavio in 3rd and Chocadia obviously leading the race. They seem prepared to stick it out on the medium tyres. But we'll just have to wait and see what those guys do in the next couple of laps, whether or not they pit.
I mean, Nip Steven is flying right now. Just had a purple first sector. As we're yellow in sector 1, that looks like maybe a Mercedes of fire up flow. Made a slight mistake, and Steven's going to get DRS. Steven's going to have to be careful because he's on really fresh tires, and if he brakes behind somebody, he's going to be braking later than the person in front, and we don't want him to be losing a wing. So he's going to have to be careful as TCR F1 racer retires in the pit lane. Yeah, it's just bad luck by him. Steven passed the Mercedes, so Steven up into the top 5.
He will be able to catch up to Bamboo pretty easily because he's 2 compounds different to Bamboo and on a fresh set of tyres, whereas Bamboo's been on his hards for 15 laps already, so
oh gosh,
it's going to be candy from a baby, I think, for Nip Steven here if he can just keep it all together for the next couple of laps.
Oh, D-Swish and same TJ still continuing their battle from earlier, and they're going side by side, and oh, Mercedes, or the McLaren tries to close the door, and still, I don't know how they're still racing and going forwards. This is absolutely incredible. This is one of the best battles I've seen all year from some of our TCR drivers. This is really, really good. There's no contact, very respectful, giving each other room. But this has been going on for 15 odd laps.
Chocadir's just pitted from lead to the soft tyres, so another medium tyre that doesn't feel confident getting those tyres to the end of the race, and that has promoted Paz into the lead again, and Bamboo currently in 3rd, but obviously he's got a charging bull of Nip Steve 1.8 seconds behind now.
Yeah, this is really interesting. I'm not sure because Chocadia lost a lot from the undercut that Steven did. I mean, Chocadia is now what, 4.5, 5 seconds back from Nip Steven.
Safety car is out.
What?
What has happened here?
Oh my goodness! This
is. There's a racing point
to 4.
DNF'd?
To 4, yeah. Okay, so Paz must be shaking his head. He must be screaming right now because he was going to win this race. This is exactly like Bahrain when Mercedes is out in front and the safety car came out. He's on the hard tires. He was going to win this race. And now with only like 4 laps to go or something, he's going to have to pit. There's no way
he's not pitting. He's not pitting. He's carrying on on the hard tires.
Oh
what
my
about
goodness.
Flavio? Flavio's pitting.
He is
Bamboo
pitting.
is pitting.
Bamboo. Oh my goodness. So Nip Steven is in a prime position now. I mean, the driver Shokadia and Nip Steven, who pit just 1 lap or 2 laps ago before the safety car came out, they played this absolutely perfectly. I mean, they could not have timed this any better.
No, absolutely. This is just one of those nightmare situations you get into when you're near the front, and the safety car comes out, and you think, should I pit or shouldn't I? And if you do, then obviously you're going to be on quicker tires, but you're then gambling on whether other people do the same or not. And, you know, if you lose however many positions. So Bamboo has now come out in P9. He's on fresh soft tires, but so is everyone else around him. So
yeah,
that may not actually work out for Bamboo. We'll have to wait and see when we get restarted. But yeah, Nip Steven, once again, has a great chance to win this race.
Yeah, we know how aggressive he is. And the only other person that I think can stop him is Shokadia and Motor within a shot. We saw him almost win the race. Well, actually, he did cross the line in first at Silverstone, but lost it due to a 3-second penalty. But Flavio, Lazo, Bamboo's going to have to get his gloves off and kind of get his elbows out if he wants to make up any positions with it's really only going to be 3 or 4 laps till the end. And these laps they go by quite quick.
I wonder now, because we said earlier that, you know, whether or not Paz was making his pit stop decisions based on what Bamboo was doing.
Yeah.
I wonder if he might, because we know how aggressive Nip Steven is, and, you know, if we're talking about a matter of managing the risk here, does Paz want to get tangled up in something with Nip Steven and potentially get taken out of the race? I'm not sure.
I mean, if he does, I don't want to say anything, but just say, you know, something bad happens. I mean, that could completely turn the championship around. It's not going to put Bamboo in the lead, but it's going to put him a hell of a lot closer to Paz in the championship with only 1 race remaining. So this is a very risky move by Paz, I think. I mean, 17 lap-old hard tires compared to 3 lap-old soft tires.
Nip Steven is going to be at least 2 seconds a lap quicker.
At least.
When we get racing again. So, but the only thing that he has in his favor is that DRS won't be activated for the first 2 laps after the safety car comes in. So that might be able to, you might be able to use that to hold off Nip Steven.
That's true.
For a couple of laps. And obviously, you know, in this kind of situation, you can save fuel, you can save DRS. So he'll be able to use those tools to defend with.
Yeah, I think we might get DRS on the last lap, if that even.
What lap did the safety car come out? Was it 22 or 23?
22, I think. Same TJ gets a 5-second penalty with a collision with Bamboo. So I'm not sure what happened there.
So depending on how quickly Turkey Wacker, Blin and Robin Hood can catch up to this pack, the safety car may come in at the end of this lap, in which case
I think it will.
Nip Steven would have DRS on lap 27 and 28.
Would it be 27 or would it be the very last lap?
Well, 25 and 26 would be, there wouldn't be DRS, and then the third lap would be 27, and then, so 2 laps.
Yep.
But again, Turkey Wacker hasn't caught up to the back of the pack yet.
He's coming. Come on, Turkey. I'm a little nervous. This is this is very exciting. I'm not sure what's going to happen. And again, if you're sticking it through with us, watching the stream, we have 2 streams, myself and Chatty Duck, both streaming our perspectives, and we'll be posting these on the TCR channel later tonight.
Safety car is coming in this lap.
All right, here we go. All these drivers are going to be very antsy. We're going to have to be very aware. And when does Paz want to go? When does he go? Running the last turn. Nip Steven right on his rear end. Paz does not get a great restart. Look at Steven. Steven's going to try to go down the inside, I can promise you. Just watch this. On board is Steven. Already looking to the left, and Steven dives on the inside. That's move done.
And Paz, yeah, Paz, that was smart driving from him. He didn't want anything to do with Nip Steven then. He just said, you go through, my friends.
Yeah.
I'll take the championship. You can have the race win.
Flavio going off track a little bit.
Chocadia going alongside with Paz through the S section.
Unbelievable. Paz is dropping like a stone. This is like Valtteri Bottas in Bahrain this past weekend. Paz is about to lose another position.
And Bamboo battling with the likes of Saint TJ down in 9th place.
This is so much. Oh, there's a huge contact. Paz! That's Paz. Paz is down in P8. He's huge contact now for Romeo. Paz is already P13. He's out of the points.
Oh my goodness.
I missed that. This is... Oh.
The thing that we said he wanted to avoid.
Oh my gosh, and there's just huge battling down in the midfield. This is absolutely incredible. Side by side with literally everybody. And like I said, Paz down in literally last place. On the oldest tires, on the worst tires of the field on the grid.
Right, time to get the calculators
and there's
out.
D-Swish down. D-Swish is out. He's completely spun himself around.
Bamboo's just got past Flavio for 5th.
God, Flavio's... There's so many cars and not enough space. Oh, and the Red Bull goes... This is like a 5-lapper. The Red Bull tries to go down the inside of the AlphaTauri. Unbelievable. This is fantastic
Bamboo's
driving.
on the back of Gottlieb Weeb now for P4. So Bamboo, after everything that's happened in this race, he is in a position where he can take this to the final round of the championship. He's on for 10 points at the moment in 5th place.
And he will be taking this to the last round. This is... What a turn of events.
Yep. And he could even get up ahead of Gottlieb Weeb and get 12 points, close the gap a little bit more. If he can get past this Mercedes of Gottlieb Weeb, who is on mediums. So Bamboo has a tyre advantage as well. He's not going to have DRS just yet on this straight, but he will have 2 laps after this to make use of the DRS. Although he's got a penalty as well.
With Bamboo?
Why does Bamboo has a penalty?
I don't really know, but look at this. The Red Bull of Flavio going down the inside of Same TJ. Same TJ is driving for his life. He could smell a podium. Oh, and makes contact with the front end of Flavio. Flavio, watch it. That's late braking from Flavio. Flavio's going to dip down to the left on the inside. Whoa, thinks better of it, backs out of it. Wow.
So Bamboo was one of the drivers who got a 5-second penalty under the safety car, so it's, quite possible that that'll be overturned if it was, just a little tap or something, so...
Yeah.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see for that.
Flavio pushing the AlphaTauri around. Same TJ is spun around. Flavio is surely going to get a penalty for that. He was literally pushing TJ through the last 2 corners, and it's just too much, and yeah. Same TJ is not going to be happy at all.
Paz is in the pits. He's pitting onto the softs to try and get a fastest lap. He's got wing damage as well. Don't know if that was from the incidents he had.
But the fastest lap is not going to count because he's not inside the top 10.
No, but he can at least take that point away from someone else.
Oh yeah, that's true. Possibly.
And now Chocadia's on the back of Nip Steven. With the DRS. So even at this late stage, yeah, this could take another turn even now with just over a lap to go.
This is really the first time I've seen Flavio be this aggressive, and it's really good to see. But again, he makes contact again with the Mercedes, so yeah, I want to say maybe not the cleanest of driving from the Red Bull driver, whose first race as a full-time silver class driver was last week in Canada, I believe, or Vietnam. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, unfortunately, 007, you are the steward for silver class. I think you may be busy.
One of the stewards, so I don't make all the calls, but getting a first-person perspective on this does help. Lazo is sniffing a 6th and even a top 5 here. They're going 2 wide, Flavio and Lazo. This is going to be hairy. Wow, look at this. Through Sector 1. Oh, nobody's going to yield. and Alfa Romeo backs out. I was going to say Flavio's probably not going to back out of it, knowing how aggressive he is, but luckily all the drivers keep it in one piece for now.
Nip Stephen and Chokadir are coming to the DRS straight. This could decide the race.
And look at Bamboo and Fire Up. Bamboo's about to get a podium here, but he also has that penalty, so we have to look out for that. And yeah, look at Shoko.
Chokadir to the outside with the DRS. Nip Stephen hangs in there on the inside.
Oh,
they're so close to each other. And if Nip Stephen can just hang on in there, no, he's dropped back, but he makes the move again.
He's trying, and he loses it! Nip Stephen! he's taking him. Oh, that's a weird wall glitch, but he's taking himself out of the race. That was a race win. Oh,
Bamboo
man, that's the last lap.
That
was the last lap. There's the last sector. Nip Stephen's completely thrown it away. Turkey Whacker's out.
Chokadir's across the line to win.
Chokadir, oh my gosh. Bamboo, what a drive from him, a comeback drive. Oh, but down to P3, so we'll see kind of what happens. Got any weebs, P4, and then Blue Machine. Look at that, so close. 2/10 of Blue Machine getting got any weeb. Wow. I'm out of breath.
So Bamboo can't finish lower than third, because he did have that 5-second penalty, so if he gets that removed, he'll be second.
Yeah.
But either way, he won't finish lower than third.
Well, I don't think nobody could have written that race. That was one for the books, one for the TCR history books.
Yeah, drama all the way, and I mean, I couldn't really see enough of what happened between Chokadir and Nip Stephen to decide, you know, whether or not that was fair or not. Maybe Nip Stephen will have something to say about that after the race. And also, the incident with Paz, like, I don't think either of us saw it, but again, maybe there'll be an inquiry about that as well.
So what I think happened between Chokadir and Nip Stephen, kind of into that really, really slow, tight left-hander that opens up into the right-hand corners or turns. He tried to stick it down the inside, and they were going side by side. And from my view, it looked like Stephen just lost the traction on the exit, because that corner is extremely difficult to put the power down. And I think he was too aggressive and just spun the car himself and right in the wall. So I don't think that was. I think that was just his own fault, just being a bit too, just asking too much of the rear tires.
Okay, so I'll try and invite the podium finishers into the party so we can speak to them and see what they thought of all that.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. Well, if it was that exciting for this track, and Mexico is very much, well, it's not the same, but it offers a lot of good battling and just a lot of good racing, so we can expect kind of the same thing next week, hopefully, for the finale of our Season 10. But, holy moly.
Yep, I'm just trying to type out the names correctly for our podium guys, because otherwise you just can't find them. There's Bamboo, so I'll invite him.
Paz is not happy. He just
unsurprisingly
messaged and is needing to submit something to the stewards. So we did not see fully what happened between Paz and somebody else. I believe because he was such on old tires out of the hairpin that he couldn't get the power down and maybe going too wide with somebody, and maybe he lost traction or somebody hit him or something. But it was between him and I think a Williams. No, not a Williams. Maybe an AlphaTauri or something. So.
Do you know who else was on the podium apart from Bamboo and Chokadir?
Hi.
I have no idea.
Do you guys remember who was the other?
Fire Up, no? Something one Mercedes, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know which one.
Was it Fire Up?
I think it was Fire Up.
I think so. Easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've invited him now, so hopefully he'll join us as well. What a race, guys! Great race.
Oof, tough one.
Absolutely, yeah. I would be out of breath too if I was you.
Oh.
Holy moly.
So we'll just we've got Fire Up Flow now as well. So 007, do you want to take it away with the questions?
Who's in here again?
So we've got Chokadeer who won the race, and then
Right.
Fire Up Flow and Bamboo.
Okay, so we'll start with Bamboo and P3. Bamboo, wow, he must be out of breath, and I think we are too, trying to commentate on that race. That was absolutely incredible. I mean, at one point we thought your championship was done. We thought you were going to lose today. You know, no offense. And then the safety cars came out, and we had absolute just chaos, and God knows what was happening the final few laps. So, can you just maybe tell us a little bit about the race and how you came back from out of the points to finishing on the podium?
So first, I think so. You see, but on the first lap, I broke my front wing, so I am last. I think so. So I put the hard tire, and after just the waiting race, I wait the safety car or if something's happening. And at 8 lap of the end, the safety car come out, and after the 4 last lap, it's just a crazy lap. Some car crash, some it's just I am little lucky today, I think so, but it's the fun race for me. Nice one. So that's it.
Yeah, that's I mean, whew. So you're back in the championship. Paz did not get any points tonight, so I'm not exactly sure where that puts you. I think it's going to have to be quite a good race for you and quite a bad race for him next week for you to win the championship. But that being said, what's your plan for next week? Are you going to go and be conservative? Are you going to try to win the race next week? What are you going to do?
I can just push for the last one because with my teammate we already win the constructor championship.
Yep.
So the last one is just the max attack race, I think so.
Yeah.
No choice.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would do the same thing, honestly. You know, you've already won the constructors, and just kind of drive for yourself. So,
Yeah.
But good luck next week, and absolutely stunning job today. Really, really good job. Congrats.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, Chatty. Anything for Bamboo? I'm sorry.
No, just congratulations. I was on board with you for quite a long time in that race, just checking on how you were doing, and for a long time, to be honest, I didn't think it was going to happen because of the way the race was panning out. But that late safety car just completely changed the race, and then obviously Paz's incidents helped out. But yeah, it's great to have a championship going down to the wire. So.
One second, I'm just inviting Dorian so I can do translation for Shokadia. Okay, so we'll get him in here. Who finished in second? Was that Fire Up?
Yeah.
Fire Up, welcome back. I think you were with us, was it last week or was it the week before?
Yeah, it was last week.
Last week, yeah. Hey, welcome back. I mean, I think I said hope to see you on the podium at least one more time this season, and it looks like I'm your good luck charm. So tell us about that race, on how you ended up on the podium.
Yeah, had a bad qualifying, messed up my first lap. Second lap, it started raining in the middle of it, so started in 12th. And then basically just was going to do soft to hard. And then the safety car came and got it in the lead. The other Merc was in front of me by 2 cars, and I was just going to do opposite whatever he did. We weren't in a chat, so I didn't know what he was going to do, whether he's going to go in the pits. He was like 3 seconds ahead of me, and I knew if I went in, I would have gotten stuck stuck behind him. And he went into the pit, so I stayed out, and then, like, I think I was leading. Yeah, I think I led that safety car, and I just extended my sauce out to, I think, like, lap 13 or 14 or 15 or something like that, and then just put on mediums and figured I would get everybody else who were doing 2 stops, or at least, you know, get a little bit up, and basically that's exactly what happened, and just kept it as smooth as possible, and yeah, I think I got lucky. Someone must have crashed up there for me to jump to second, but no, that was a really fun race. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we thought you were really doing the complete wrong strategy, trying to take those soft tires and push them so long.
Yeah.
It just like me and Chatty were like, "Oh, we don't know what Fire Up Flow is doing, but you know, good luck and hopefully it works out." And I guess that late safety car was kind of the saving grace, right?
I think I would have been okay. I think I would have dropped back a few places, but I don't think I I would have done any better had I pitted behind got any wave. So I figured I'd end up in like 6th anyways or something like that. So yeah, I guess you're right. I guess safety car did help me a little bit. Yeah, it was fun for sure.
Absolutely. Chatty, anything?
No, I think we've pretty much covered everything there. But again, congratulations, Fire Up Flow, on the podium. Yeah, I mean, that was just such a crazy race. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, I'm still trying to digest it.
Behind me. No idea what was going on behind me. So I'm excited to even watch it again to see how it goes.
Yeah, I think you'll be quite happy watching it. It's a little crazy. But yeah, congrats, and you know, hopefully we'll see you on the podium next week in Mexico. Who knows?
Sounds like fun.
All right, bud. Take care. All right, moving on to the man of the hour, quite literally, and you know, for winning the race. But we're, I think, you know, the stewards are going to have a look at that quali lap by Shoka Diaz. So, Shoka, good to have you back with us in on the podium, winning the race tonight. So really, I mean, job well done. Just talk us through like what happened. That was a crazy race, and what happened from your perspective during the race, the safety car, and you know, how did you get the win?
Il dit c'est bien de te revoir sur le podium. Après cette course folle, il veut juste ton point de vue sur ta course, comment et tout.
J'ai vu que quand je suis rentré au stand de mettre, quand j'ai mis les rouges avant le safety car, je pensais que ma course elle était morte. Et que là maintenant, j'attends juste de voir si Steven il va me signaler par rapport à l'action à la fin. Même si je pense qu'il est parti en tête à queue tout seul, et voilà.
Okay, he says that when he pitted for the red or the soft before the safety car, he thought basically his race was over because I think he pitted 1 lap and then before the safety car came out, so he was disbelief, but he just had to keep pushing and not lose the belief that he could win the race, and he just hopes that there's no penalty coming his way with the last lap incident with Steven.
Yeah, so like talking about that, because you mentioned, you know, pitting 1 or 2 laps after Steven did, so you thought your race was over, but then the lap after that, after you pitted, the safety car came out. So that was honestly, I think, your saving grace, and you know, just I think you proved to us never give up because the win is always possible. And then with Steven, the last lap or two, that was amazing battling and side by side through the stadium section. It was a bit unfortunate how you guys, I think he made contact or spun the tires, but he kind of went off himself and broke his wing, and you ended up winning the race. So, you know, no harm there. It worked out for you. But was there contact with Steven before that you weren't happy with?
Il demande est-ce qu'il y avait, il dit pour l'incident avec Steven dans le dernier secteur, c'est lui-même qui s'est envoyé tout seul. Mais qu'avant ça, tu vois, dans le dernier tour, dans le premier et deuxième secteur, est-ce qu'il y avait du contact ou t'étais entre vous deux ou t'étais pas trop content de ça?
Dis-lui que à un moment dans le secteur 2, il m'a touché, j'ai pas compris pourquoi. Dis-lui qu'il est trop agressif et ça fait 2 fois qu'il me fait ça. Genre une fois à Bahreïn, il me casse les laurents, il me casse la victoire. Et au Vietnam, pareil, il me nique le début de course. Il est trop agressif et ouais, je pense que dernier tour, il est parti tout seul en tête à queue. Il a réaccéléré trop tôt, il est parti.
He says that when it comes to the last sector, yeah, he does think that Nip went up by himself, but that yeah, there was a couple of instances in the second sector where Nip was a little bit too aggressive. He was quite touchy, and there was really nowhere to go. So he doesn't understand why he was trying to be that aggressive. But that's basically it.
Gotcha. Yeah, we didn't. I don't think we caught some of the contact through Sector 2, only through Sector 3. But again, I think you came out on top, and I think you're smooth driving. Keep a level head. You've been like that all season, and I think that really played into your hands today. So, well done. The smooth driving and controlled driving is always gonna win, as we saw tonight. So, congrats, and we hope to see you on the podium next week. Chatty, anything?
Yeah, just because thinking back to obviously when you choke a deer and also when Nip Steven pitted from the mediums for the softs at the end, we were both quite surprised because we thought the medium tyres would be able to get to the end of the race. Was tyre wear becoming an issue on the mediums?
Il demande, il dit qu'ils étaient surpris que tous les deux, entre les deux toi et Nip, de vous voir pit, de partir des millions pour les softs. Il demande est-ce qu'il y avait les pneus qui commençaient à se dégrader.
Ben moi en fait je pensais que ma stratégie était bonne, j'ai mis les jaunes pour ensuite dans les derniers tours mettre des rouges et je pensais que j'allais remonter devant, sauf que ça allait pas être le cas et du coup la safety car elle m'a sauvé la course du coup. Et les pneus à la fin j'ai dû m'arrêter parce qu'ils se dégradaient et c'était pas possible.
Well, yeah, that's why he's basically saying that tire wear was an issue. I think his tires were he didn't want to beat. That's not what he wanted to do. But his tires were I think at 50%,
Oh, wow.
60%. When he pitted and he saw that he couldn't finish the race. So basically the safety car kind of was a saving grace for him.
Yeah, the safety car just transformed the race at the end there because we commented at the time that Paz was on really to just stroll home and take the championship tonight, and obviously the safety car bunched everyone up and then he had his problems. So yeah, just crazy ending to that race. So many people are going to have mixed feelings about the way that those last laps transpired, I suppose. But
I'm one of them.
Yeah, Dorian, you're right.
Oh God, I was good for you. You were on for a possible win as well.
I think it was just unfortunate what happened.
So much happened. Can you remind us of actually what happened? I'm sure you don't want to really recall what happened, but just for us.
Yeah, I was just I think Rex, it's not his fault. He made a mistake coming out of the last turn of the S's, and I kinda he was just in the middle of the track, and I tried to avoid him, so I went up the track, and I know he was trying to defend his position, but he kinda hit me, and I spun.
Okay.
And I didn't want to rejoin because it was just cars coming, so I just decided to wait, and then when I started back, my tires were too hot, and I just spun, so I was yeah, just forget it.
Ah, gotcha.
There's no point.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, well, thanks. Congrats again to our podium finishers. This is the unofficial results. The position that Bamboo lost to Fire Up may get reversed. I think the incident was or the 5 seconds was received under safety car from a driver hitting Bamboo. So we'll see what happens. But drivers, thank you so much for joining myself and Chatty in the booth tonight to discuss kind of what happened. But hope you guys have a good night or good morning wherever you guys are in the world, and hope to see you next week. And hope you have a good race at our finale in Mexico.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Yep, you as well.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, Chatty. I'm trying to digest what happened. Like, there was so much that happened that it's impossible to really recount everything that happened. You know.
Yeah, I think we'll have to go back and watch the watch the streams to kind of remind ourselves. But yeah, and you know, it was interesting tonight to try out this perspective of, you know, we both streamed our own point of view, so we'll have some different perspectives on battles and everything. And hopefully, you know, for those watching, that was a good way of doing it on this occasion when we couldn't unfortunately access the TCR channel to stream. So yeah, and again, you know, just great to see the championship continue on to the last race, which is ultimately what we all want to see, except for
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like Chatty said, I mean, we both streamed our perspective, and I believe both of those streams will be uploaded to the Trinity Competitive Racing TCR channel either tonight or tomorrow. So that'll be awesome to see. And speaking of tomorrow we have our Golden class coming into a race here at Coda. They'll be racing just with the racing line, nothing else. I'll assist her off, just the racing line. And then on Thursday, join us for the Platinum class, where myself and Chatty will be racing, and our Blend Machine and Motor City will be commentating. So kind of reverse roles in that aspect. That'll be one to watch as well, hoping it doesn't rain. But if it doesn't, then I have a few setup tips from Chatty Duck earlier in the session, so thanks for that. Not just kidding, I think I'm pretty much set for Thursday. But hopefully we'll meet each other on track and have some good battles. I think we had a really good battle in Austria, I felt, you and me. So hopefully...
well, we've often been quite close to each other, I think, at quite a few races this season. It seems that we at some point in the race we have some kind of battle or are close to each other on track. So yeah, it'd be good to carry that on.
Absolutely. I'll look forward to kind of waving at you as I, you know, go past with a smile on my face. I'm sure you'll live to do the same to me. So hopefully we'll have a good battle. And if we saw what we saw tonight, if that happens on Thursday, then I rest assured we'll be enjoying ourselves. So with that, thank you so much for watching. It's been an absolute blast tonight and very action-packed. So we hope to see you tomorrow and Thursday, and then back next Tuesday in Mexico for a finale for Silver Class, where it's going to go down between Paz and Bamboo for the championship. A lot closer than we thought it was going to be. So make sure you don't miss it. Again, it's been great having you guys, and have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.